righteous run into it, they are saved. Name of the Lord is a strong tower, righteous run into it, they are saved. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord Most High. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be the name of the Lord Most High. Well, good evening, my friend. Just been reading this book here, and if you can see, the title of this book is Light of Setting Suns by Richard L. Morgan. And Richard L. Morgan wrote several books, and he wrote this one for Upper Room Books. And he was 90 years old when he wrote this book, 90 years old, and was still writing. According to what I found out, he passed away, I think, at the age of 94. But I never really read any of his books, but I had this one that I love shopping at Goodwills and Methodist Mountain Mission and places like that. So I picked out this one and I kind of laid it back and just now getting around to reading it. But one thing I like about books is that I can use them for a diving board. Now, how many times have you been reading a book and all of a sudden the author mentions another book or mentions another author, and so you begin to look up that book and that author. One book leads to another. Well, that's kind of how this book has been, because he has a lot of authors and poets. But this one here on page 110, the scripture reading is Psalms 92 and 14 with this. But he had a poem in there by Dorthy Manzlak. Dorthy Manzlak. She lived from 1920 to 2020. And the poem goes like this. O my God, my heavenly King, all day will I your praises sing. In the morning, in the night, keep me in your holy light. When darkness overshadows me, I know you always there will be, casting rays of light so bright to sustain me in your holy light. Fear on me no longer has its hold. The cares of this world grow ever cold. Always upward in your sight, I will rise to your holy light. By Dorthy Manzlak. She's from 1920 to 2020. And according to what I could find out, well, I'll read a little bit about it. So the psalmist believed that some people in old age remained vital and green. That is surely true of two particular older women, friends of mine in this community. Dorothy was 100 years old when she died. At the end of her life, although extremely frail, she was mentally sharp. She wrote religious poetry. Margaret is 90 years old, still drives her own car, and has accumulated wealth of wisdom from her experience in world travels. Both of them share their wisdom and spiritual insight with others in the community. Dorothy used to share her poetry, usually quoting it from memory to residents and her care aides. Margaret always enlightens discussions with her encyclopedic knowledge and insights. Gene Vayner has called such people communities' hidden treasures. He describes them in the following way: they have a wonder of a child, but the wisdom of maturity as well. Their freedom of heart and their acceptance of their limitations and weakness make them people whose radiance illuminated the whole community. Such are Dorothy and Margaret, who exemplify the characteristics of the worthy woman in Proverbs 31. Strength and dignity are her clothing, and she laughs at the time to come. They remind me of Eleanor Roosevelt's words: beautiful young people are accidents of nature, but beautiful old people are works of art. I've often said that the three temptations of older people are to decline, to whine, and repine. But there is a fourth option, a worthwhile one: to shine with the Spirit. Dorothy and Margaret has transcended old age as a time of bitterness and complaints. They have shined with the Spirit. I loved that poem. I loved it. And that poem that I just read was by Dorthy Manzlak, 1920 to 2020. And she apparently has some of the Celsian booklets. You can still find them in the thrift stores and stuff like that. You can find some of her poems in them. But I'll read that poem one more time. Oh my God, my heavenly King, all day will I your praises sing, in the morning and in the night. Think about that, in the morning and in the night. We're to keep our mind upon the Lord. Keep me in your holy light. When darkness overshadows me, I know you always there will be, casting rays of light so bright to sustain me in your holy light. Fear on me no longer has its hold. The cares of this world grow ever cold. Always upward in your sight, I will rise to your holy light. I love that, by Dorthy Manzlak, 1920 to 2020. I just wanted to share that poem with you. Hopefully it blessed you. But we'll try to sing another song. It's my nephew's guitar. I just using it. I've got the joy of the Lord down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. Got the joy of the Lord down in my heart, down in my heart to stay. If the devil doesn't like it, he can sit on the tack, ouch, sit on the tack, ouch, sit on the tack. If the devil doesn't like it, he can sit on the tack, sit on the tack to stay. I've got the love of Jesus down in my heart, down in my heart, down in my heart. I've got the love of Jesus down in my heart, down in my heart to stay. God bless you all. We'll see you next time.